new place. And so I used my brother's, address, so I could, have them check or whatever, and then, I got this job at Greenpeace. So I'm working at Greenpeace, living in a van, hitting people up barefoot on street corners. Not much different than today. And, I get a commission when somebody would give me $25 a month, I'd be like, give money to the environment, I mean to me, save the polar me. But anyway, so I got fired from that for being late. They fired me at Greenpeace for being late. So then I was like, I was so sick of just eating the worst food ever. Have you ever gone to the grocery store and you just like choose what food you buy by how much it costs? You know what I mean? By the way, how many of you are wondering like what the hell this thing is? Maybe I'll talk about it sometime later tonight. True story, I get in a fight with 3 ninjas. I'll tell you later. So, I joined this, so I'm sitting there, I was so sick of this, and I knew I could do network marketing, so I'd done it with the vitamins, I at least made some money. But I was sick of doing meetings, and I was done with 3-way calls. I was like, I'm never doing that ever again. Never again. I have gotten schemed into a few 3-way calls and regretted it each and every time since then. So, I was like, I'm never doing that again. So I wanted to build on the internet. Because I met this guy who had built his business by sponsoring 2 people a day and not helping anybody personally. It was unbelievable. I met, at a Danny Johnson conference, this guy named Tom Challen. And, I was looking to recruit 2 people a day, and I was thinking, my God, you must be on the phone you must have some way of not sleeping, because I recruit 2 people a month, and my phone blows up from 7:30 in the morning until 2:30 in the morning, on a good day. And he was like, I'm getting phone calls. And I was like, what? And so I met a guy who did it differently. He actually worked like an hour or 2 a day. So, I wanted to build it like that. So I got on the internet, and I joined a deal. And I started, doing the Craigslist thing, where it's like, you pretend it's a job, I have a hot sales job, then you make up some explanation that Craigslist hopefully doesn't ban you, for writing, and you're hoping and praying they don't figure you out, not realizing they have a whole team of coders only for the MLM idiots.
I just gossip at the flag.
That's their only job. Keep MLM on Craigslist, please God. Right? So anyways, I keep having to rotate my IP addresses, and I have somebody in India build this thing where it changes my IP address every time I post an ad, and then I'm getting people on job interviews and then getting them to a webinar that was on a free, it was on a $1 trial of GoToMeeting. Now I know it was a $1 trial because I paid $1, and then when 30 days went by, I'd cancel it and sign up with a different credit card, for the new trial because I didn't have any money to pay for GoToMeeting, right? So I was getting people from these job things onto the webinars, right? And it worked. I was recruiting about 7 or 8 people a month doing that. Except for, I couldn't figure out how to silence people on GoToMeeting, because GoToMeeting is for people talking. So one day I spent 10 hours on the phone going through applications, people were like, yes, Mr. Wood, yes, sir, yes, sir. And then I'm like, well, show up to this presentation, we'll show you what we're doing. So I have 8 people get onto this after this hard day of just the most brutal work you can imagine. If you just imagine lighting something on fire and then standing on it, that's about how brutal that is, right? And it's let's call people all day and pretend it's a job, I'm determined that one day this will make me rich, even though it never has, And so I'm standing there, bogus, right? And I'm doing a presentation, ranting back and forth, because this is how I always get people in, is the presentations. It worked with the Vitamin Hill, it worked in Ramway, it worked in other things. So I'm sitting there, and I'm ranting in the middle of the flow, man, I'm good. And then this guy says, why are you trying to scam us? Right? Why are you trying to scam us? And I was like, I'm not trying to scam. And he says, everybody's a scam, it's a scam. He's trying to scam us, he tricked us, right? On the webinar. So I'm hitting the buttons trying to figure out how to figure out. And I'm like, hey, the $1 trial expires in a day, I need money. Get off this thing. Right? So anyways, I'm clicking things. And I finally got to get him off, and I was like, what an idiot. not a scandal word, folks. Everybody just hangs up. And I was sitting there, staring at my computer, and I was like, there has got to be a way to sell to people who aren't morons. Right? So, next day I go to this restaurant where my friend, who was built a team with me before in this company selling these gel vitamins, who been my biggest leader, she counted me down in three-way calls. And I was thinking, maybe they're interested in this thing. They knew I was doing network marketing again. And you ever met somebody where God tells them to get in, and then God tells them to quit? Yeah, I actually wish I could just blame every problem I had on God. You know what I mean? That'd be a fun excuse for life, wouldn't it? You know? Oh yeah, I don't like that anymore. God told me not to do it. So stupid, unbelievable. So anyways, God told her to get in, and then God told her to quit. So she sits there and she's sitting there for 3 hours over dinner, right? I'm so thankful that the Lord has saved me from network marketing. Right? I'm so thankful that I'm not into money anymore. And I was like, okay, mental note, not a prospect. Don't want to sell to morons anymore. Right? And it goes on and on and on and on. I'm like, God, I just wanted to leave the restaurant because I was so sick. She's like, it feels so good to walk into this restaurant where we used to do meetings and I don't have to put on a show and I don't have to think about money and the Lord has saved me from network marketing and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, not a prospect, it's fine. You go to church and I'll do meetings. That's fine. So, I finally get out after 3 hours of this. The next morning, the phone rings, right, at 5:30. Now, keep in mind, I don't wake up until 2:30 in the afternoon. So it was really early. Phone rings, right? And I pick it up and I'm right? Because I still have phone numbers. And it's this girl that the Lord had saved. Now, right? I was like, hello? And she's like, oh my God. I'm so pumped up. I found the one. It's not ever gardening, and you get 3 and they get 3. And it's but it's not that one. And not pulling any punches, just and I just was pissed. I was like, here I am selling to idiots, getting prospected by more idiots. This is so I pulled out a camera, right? I didn't have a phone, right? I think it was my mom's phone. I pulled out this little webcam. Right, I bought off eBay for $5 because I couldn't afford a nice one. And I turned on a video and I had a shirt that was stained from being homeless because of course I lived in a van, you stain everything because it's just, you still stuff. I still look homeless today, it's hilarious. Yeah. People look at my clothes and then they look at my hand and then they're like, what the fuck is going on? This is my favorite thing, by the way, what's that there for? To drink water, I'll talk about that later. So anyway, right? I make this video and I call it The Schmiffusion Hype Wagon Scandal, 9 Reasons Why It Sucks. And I was like, I had this list and I was like, reason number 9 with my stained shirt, because blah. And I was angry. Well, I posted this thing on YouTube, not ever doing a video on YouTube before, right? It got 4,000 views. And I mean hate mail, right? That might scare Jesus. Some people are like, I don't know if I'm allowed to laugh at that day. Don't worry, I can even for now. So, hate mail. I mean, you don't love my family. I'm so excited. This isn't a scandal. It's awesome. I love a fusion. I love it. Right? So I was like this. Like, here's what I was thinking. It was like dollar signs were appearing from the cosmos. Because I realized that if I can get 4,000 people to see a video in a day, I could sell like that without doing anything. I was like, that is the most brilliant thing. There's got to be somebody selling like that. And I looked it up at the company names. It was growing really fast at the time, before it went out of business. Just, if you're going to say the Lord saved you from something, don't join something the next day. You know what I mean? That doesn't make God look stupid. It makes you look stupid. You know what I mean? So in any case, I had 3 hours. You pull my hair out. That's why my hair receded. It was all from that day. I was thinking, this is not making me want to go to church.
Oh, it's actually religious dude.
I know.
So anyways, right? I don't smoke weed, by the way. I just look like I do.
Right.
Sure, we believe you did.
These sound effects are so badass, it's unreal. I feel like Bruce Lee. So anyways, right, I keep getting surprised. I'm like, what's going on in here? Did I hit a button? Is there something on the floor I'm stepping on? Is it this X? I don't know what this is here. Right? So, I looked up the company name and I found this video of this guy. And he's like, hi, I bet you're looking for a way to recruit more people in this location. My name is Adam, and I just put videos online. People just join automatically. Here's the website. Right? And I was like, you're shit. And I went to this site. I thought this kid was rich. I didn't know he was making $2 a month, right? And here's what I did. I went to the capture page, didn't read what on it. I put my email in, hit and submit. I went to the sales page, didn't watch the video, clicked next, went to the other sales page, scrolled down to the bottom, and I was staring at the order form. And I knew I was going to be rich.